news. Good afternoon to everyone. Buenas tardes and bon tarde. Okay, how I say in my title, right? Donald Trump, Mr. AK President of United Trash America Citizen, because we're going to call him trash too, since we're trash and poor, he's trash too. So he is saying that our country is what? Trash and poor. So I'm gonna say to the president, Donald, why you guys pick our country then? Why you guys pick Puerto Rico to be, try to be citizens of the United States of America, and we're poor and we're a piece of trash? I want you guys to hear this for yourself.
New reporting confirmed that Donald Trump wanted to sell or give away Puerto Rico as part of a deal to get Greenland because, quote, in his words, Puerto Rico was dirty and the people were poor. New reporting from the New Yorker cites Miles Taylor, who says that Donald Trump not only wanted to purchase Greenland, but he actually said we could also sell Puerto Rico. Miles Taylor served as the former chief of staff to the Department of Homeland Security and was deeply involved in these conversations. Quote, could we swap Puerto Rico for Greenland? Because in his words, Puerto Rico was dirty and the people were poor. That's what the President of the United States allegedly said based on this new report. Donald Trump has repeatedly pushed to acquire Greenland. Now, these conversations were being had during the first term of Trump's term, but these conversations are continuing during the second term as Trump has really ramped up efforts to try to take Greenland. And now he also wanted to sell Puerto Rico or give it away. Spread the word, follow along for all the news you need to know.
So Donald Trump wanna sell Puerto Rico. What? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Like, that's why I'm saying that the president of the United States is in crack, is smoking something, or I don't know, he's doing drugs or I think he's alcoholic. I don't know what is going on. But he said that we're trash, that he want to sell my country. So why you guys then pick us as a target? Yeah, we're targets. And now the water in Puerto Rico, they're going to get some water and then no water at all in Puerto Rico. What is going on, Mr. Governor of United fucking State of America fucking state? Because I must say, I agree. If somebody, that person that shoot Donald Trump, I'm going to give you an applause. You know why? Because he deserves it. You know why? Because he's talking shit about anybody country. All right? And Donald Trump, pray for your mama if she's still alive, or pray for your kids, your wife, whatever, or pray for your life. Because somebody's going to snap your ass. Somebody is going to snap your ass. You know what I mean? That's why you was ending up almost dead. When you did the election of Donald Trump thing, and you got shot in the ear, by mistake, and like they were gonna do you just like Kennedy. They wanted it to shot you in your brains. Just like Kennedy died. Why? Because you guys talk shit. Now, y'all guys want to sell my island. Y'all guys did what y'all guys fucking did to my island. I sequía in the water, no light, everything fucked up. Saying we got money for Puerto Rico to fix it. That was bullshit because that was for the same immigrants. That's for y'all to waste and stuff while the poor people stuck in nothing. You know what I mean? Mr. President of the United States of fucking America. Oh, no. You fuck with the wrong people. You're gonna die, Mr. President. And you're gonna die bad. Somebody's gonna snipe you down. I'm just saying. It's not me. It's not me. Okay? So don't worry about it. Somebody's gonna snipe you down. And pray to God you go to heaven. Because you're not gonna go to heaven. You're gonna go straight to hell. Talking about my country. That my country is not doing nothing to nobody. They just help people. You know, we're good citizens. They're putting us that I said that I almost come out want my own life. And you know what they did? Because I was in stress, because I got depression, anxiety disorder. And you know what the fuck they did? Instead of sending me a normal ambulance with a normal cops and shit, no, they brought me SWAT. They brought me SWAT in front of my fucking house. You know the SWAT, the one that be in the big cars with the thing like I'm a fucking ass criminal. And I'm not. Why? Because I said that I almost commit myself. Why? Because of y'all. It's because of y'all. It's because of the politic. It's because of politic, the stuff. Because that happened because I was in group and I was talking about God, about talking religious, I'm talking about Jesus, and all of a sudden they start hating. Because the end is the end, my people. Jesus Christ is coming. My guy. This is big time. Y'all guys are blind. Let's repeat this shit again.
Your reporting confirmed that Donald Trump wanted to sell or give away Puerto Rico as part of a deal to get
what's up?
Because, quote, in his words,
how are
Puerto
you?
Rico was
I'm pretty upset.
People were poor. New reporting from the New Yorker cites Miles Taylor, who says that Donald Trump not only wanted to purchase Greenland, but he actually said if he could also sell
Greenland had to be saying, that country, Greenland had to be saying, fuck United States. I don't want that shit. Greenland had to be like looking at Donald Trump, bitch, what the fuck you talking about, my nigga? No, we don't want y'all. Like, for real. For real.
Rico.
They have to be doing that.
Chief of Staff to the Department of Homeland Security and was deeply involved in these conversations.
Por favor, no deslicen y vean este video hasta el final, porque esto, de verdad, es un abuso.
Estoy envenenada. Yo vivo en el maldito seco. Yo vivo por la calle del cabrón dispensario.
No se hace.
Acabo de dejar las putas muletas de la arena 2 segundos abajo. En lo que me subí a la arena porque pesa 120 libras y tengo que subirla por las putas escaleras. El que se llevó las putas muletas.
Por favor.
Tiene que, por favor, sacar el corazón de donde no los tenga. Y traerme las putas muletas para atrás.
Compartan Puerto
Yo te
Rico.
juro que tú las dejas frente a mi casa, mira.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, my people.
Te va a ir bien, hijo.
Mr. Schultz,
Hear
I'm here to
this.
protect the people of Puerto Rico's access to El Yunque. So, Mr. Schultz, I'm here to protect the people of Puerto Rico's access to El Yunque. So, as of this hearing, Puerto Rican families access these facilities at no charge, correct?
Yes, sir.
For El Portal del Yunque, it will go up to $10. The annual pass will go from $0 to $20, and the family pass from $0 to $30. And you are also proposing charges for La Mina Recreation Area, correct?
Yes, sir.
So to be precise, you are not raising an existing fee. You are creating a charge on access that is free. Is that correct?
Mr. Hernandez, yes, that is correct.
You are charging for something that is free. Is it the agency's position that access to public lands should depend on the ability to pay?
Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Chairman, so what we need is, in many cases around the national forest, not just in Puerto Rico, but elsewhere, we do charge for certain sites and for access.
But you don't charge for El Yunque right now, and you're proposing to charge. And I reject the agency's excuses.
See? That's what I'm saying. The junker
should pay for it.
The junker is free. The junker from the cars and stuff is free. You just go and junk your stuff and 20 dirty.
It's crazy.
This is how you let your daughter go to the restroom.
This is crazy.
This is how you let your daughter go to the restroom. All right, go on in, honey. I'll stand right outside the door. Standing outside the door. One of my followers told a story about how she took her daughter to a park and she had to go to the restroom. So she went to the restroom, went into the single stall, and when she got into the single stall restroom, right, it's just a restroom, you open the door, you go in, you lock the door, there was a man waiting inside the restroom. He looked very irritated that she was in there. Why? Because she was an adult. He was in there waiting for a child. She sat there at the park after he left the restroom. She watched him and she watched the restroom, and multiple 4 to 6 year old kids, girls, went to the restroom by themselves because mother can see the restroom, right? But all it takes is for that door to shut and that door to lock, and you will never get your daughter back. You will never get what he does to her back. Moms and dads, do not let your children go to restrooms by themselves, even if you can see them walking to the restroom and leaving the restroom. Not only do we have men blatantly in there waiting, we have men posing as women in there waiting as well. None of my children will ever go to a restroom.
So I'm telling y'all guys.
Listen up. This is very, very important. Yesterday, Cuba reported it is now completely out of oil. It has no.
Oh my God, cool, Cuba.
Can't go to work, school, pharmacies, hospitals. There's no fuel to cook food. Diabetics cannot get their insulin. Mothers can't reach delivery
God,
rooms.
Dito, pobre
Ambulances
Cuba.
cannot move. This is the result of a U.S. blockade that cut off every oil shipment to the island. 10 million
It's
people
no
are paying the price of
oil.
a political standoff that they have no part in. There are
And Cuba.
22-hour blackouts. People are cooking with charcoal, sleeping on the rooftops to escape the heat. Delivery trucks have no diesel to run. Hospitals are being rationed with
Dito,
what
pobre
little
Cuba,
power remains.
mano.
The babies are dying in Cuba. You have to call your reps. 202-224-3121. Call your representatives. Tell them Trump's blockade on Cuba is an act of war and it must end now. My name is Augusta Renee, and I hope you have the day you voted for. And if you
E-bike safety laws are set to go into effect in the Garden State next month. Riders must be at least 15
New
years old
Jersey.
to drive an e-bike and must have a driver's license or an e-bike license. This takes effect on July 19th. That will also be when e-bikes need to be registered and in some cases insured. The New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission will begin offering appointments to register e-bikes.
E-bikes. I don't got e-bikes. I got a bike normal.
Well, now that the merge has happened and old fat Donnie just has to sign.
So I go with the old fashioned of it.
To get your sons and daughters to go off and fight and his war to stay out of prison for pedophilia. All that remains is, the draft to be open. And I'm telling y'all since January that this was coming. No, it'll never happen. Well, it's here. And now the draft will open. Your sons and daughters will be forced to go off and fight. And all of you that say, no, not my daughter, not my son, Donald Trump has already said anybody that refuses to go off and fight will be arrested and hanged for treason. He's already said it. He's already said he's going to hang everybody for treason that refuses to go and fight.
Whoa. Pause. The people that refuse our child that refuse will be hanged. Will be hanged. Where's the White House now?
Now, it's not only a war with Iran.
I don't know. They had to do on 9/11, but in the White House.
Behind
Instead of the 9/11, it had the 9/12.
Joining the American military with Israel is so that Israel can achieve greater Israel. Now
they're saying that they're gonna kill,
and he's going to start a war with every country that is a part of greater Israel. It's not my problem to tell you what greater Israel is. If you want to know it, just Google it. You'll find it. But the problem is America wants to stand in the street and hold a damn sign instead of fight your government and try to save your children. Well, now your children are going to be forced to go off and fight and die. If they don't, they'll be hanged.
They'll be hanged.
That's your new reality in America.
So my childrens are gonna go.
I love you.
So my childrens are gonna go and work. My 22-year-old wanna go. I wanna be a snipey. You know what I mean? So if he wanna go, he gonna go. Anyways. But my little son, my 18-year-old, didn't even know how to kill a fish. Didn't even know how to kill a rooster or a pork.
Señores, comparte el video. Esto es noticia de última hora sobre posible invasión a Cuba. Este señor que ustedes ven aquí es Arthur Gaffer, general de brigada del ejército norteamericano. Este general es el encargado de entrenar a las tropas, a los marines en Puerto Rico. Y míralo a las declaraciones que acaba de decir en este momento.
Se les está dando varias oportunidades para que se vayan a Rusia, se vayan a China, se vayan a Corea del Norte. Si no toman esa oportunidad, hay lo que se llama un decision point, un punto de decisión, el 26 de julio. Creo que sería tremendo que antes de o el mismo día se dé algún tipo de derrocamiento de este régimen dictatorial comunista.
Señores, los comunistas están cagados y saben que le quedan poco. A mí lo que me llama la atención es todo el entrenamiento, todos los días el movimiento de aviones, de helicópteros, desembarco. Están haciendo...
Oh, my people. So that's why I hear every single morning, like at 3 a.m., 12, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, some airplanes running around in the air that hour. Now I know.
No podemos seguir gastando agua como estamos gastando.
Mira, cantelechona, cállate.
De manera ordinaria.
Por eso es que le llaman la lechona en Puerto Rico.
Vamos a hacer esto, puñeta.
Precisamente no podemos seguir gastando agua como estamos gastando para lavar los carros, para regar las plantas, como lo hacemos de manera ordinaria.
Pues sí, hay una crisis de agua, pero no importa, vamos a hacer esto, puñeta.
Precisamente.
We need to come together and do one thing, stop participating. And when we do that, the game is over. When we literally say Monday morning, we're not going to go to work. Imagine if 30 million people didn't go to work Monday. Imagine Imagine if 30 million people didn't buy gas on Monday. Imagine if 30 million people went to the bank on Monday and said, I want to withdraw all my money. They can't even give it to all 30 million because only 15% of the cash is available on hand at any given time. The rest is fake zeros and ones. That would collapse the banking system in one day. You see the power in that? You have the power. We all have the power. But what's keeping us back from doing this? Fear. Oh my God, if I don't go to work, I'm going to get fired. And if they don't participate in it, and I'm the only one that doesn't show up for work, I'm going to lose out. They're not going to be able to pay my rent. I'm not going to be able to make my car payment and so forth and so on. You see the trap they have us in? They have us in this system where we're afraid to work together.
That's why the system needs people to be distracted and divided, fighting each other. Because once people come together and realize that they can create change, then the whole system collapses.
Hey, so I just discovered a new method of child abduction that every parent should probably be aware of. 7 cases have already been reported, so please, let's forward this to all of our friends that have children so that way they can be prepared too. So what's happening is a stranger is going to approach a child on the street. In most cases, they're going to be between the ages of 10 and 14, the preteen ages, and the stranger's going to hand them a piece of paper with something written on it. The contents of what's written on the paper is literally just irrelevant. What they're doing is they're soaking the paper in some form of chemical, and it's going to put the child into a trance-like state. And then, of course, the child's going to be led away into an unknown direction, and at that point, how are you supposed to protect them? First and foremost, let's never stop explaining to our children the dangers of talking to or having any sort of contact with strangers. Any kind of contact. Secondly, trackers. AliExpress currently has trackers that you can disguise as badges and keychains, and all you do is you just slip them into your child's backpack or pockets, and then you're able to feel a little bit more at ease because you can know their location. There's also another route that you can go so that way it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Going to tackle the physical and the online safety. It's called Find My Kids app. I love it.
1953, San Juan, Puerto Rico. The U.S. government conducted secret radiation experiments on Puerto Rican patients, cancer patients at a San Juan.
I'm trying to figure out.
1953, San Juan, Puerto Rico. The U.S. government conducted secret radiation experiments on Puerto Rican patients. Cancer patients at a San Juan hospital were injected with radioactive materials without their knowledge, without consent. They were told it was treatment. It wasn't. It was a Cold War experiment. The U.S. wanted to study radiation effects on the human body. They chose Puerto Rico because they could. No oversight, no accountability. Patients suffered. Some died. Families were never told the truth. This wasn't an isolated incident. In the 1950s and 60s, Puerto Rico was used as a testing ground. Radiation, birth control pills, sterilization programs. The U.S. treated Puerto Ricans like lab rats. Why? Because Puerto Rico is a colony, and colonies don't get informed consent. The experiments were declassified decades later, buried in government documents. No apologies, no reparations. Just another chapter they don't teach in history class. Comment if you're learning this for the first time. Follow for more truth. They tried to bury it.
I'm trying to figure out why is everybody so quiet on what happened on Memorial Weekend in Virginia. Oh, y'all quiet because y'all didn't hear about it? Hold on, I got y'all.
Beach police confirm a white supremacist group did not have or need a permit when marching at the Virginia Beach oceanfront. Video obtained by 10 on Your Side shows 30 people in white masks holding Confederate and Patriot Front flags marching near 38th Street. We asked police why they weren't charged in connection to Virginia's mask and identity concealment laws. Well,
why they wasn't charged? The people want to know, why wasn't they charged? I mean, because we all know if the roles were reversed and we were walking down the street, we would have been charged and we would have needed permits to do a Black Panther movement. But I digress.
The group was treated no differently than other groups wearing masks. Experts say Patriot Front is a white nationalist hate group that broke off from Vanguard.
It's a hate group. They were masked. They were not charged. But we all know why they weren't charged. KKK, yeah, allegedly. It's all the same thing. But I was wondering if y'all saw this Memorial Weekend in Virginia. Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. I'm trying to figure out why is everybody so quiet
So yeah.
on what happened on Memorial.
Yeah.
Watch this before it gets taken down and wait for the end for solution.
I'm saying these things out of love for my fellow humans. The shot is not medicine. It is an intra-body nano network administered through. What they're finding in people are not blood clots. It is self-assembling, self-replicating nanotechnology. Lipid nanoparticles that have been modified on a molecular level, wrapped in pegylation, polyethylene glycol, one of the components that can be used to make hydrogel. The lipid particles are modified to be more sensitive to heat and frequency. When placed in the human body, they become excited from the heat. In that excitement, they vibrate. With that excitement, magnetofection is created, and the particles slowly drift towards each other, hence self-assembly. This intra-body nano network is the first step to make the human body a device linked into the Internet of Bodies. The shot also changes human DNA, rendering the person a GMO owned by a corporation. This allows for the system to freely harvest psychological, biological, genetic, and physiological data from the individual without their knowledge or permission. They are now products owned by the corporation that gave them the poke. At the top of all of those corporations is BlackRock and Vanguard. Information is now the new gold, and it will be the foundation for the new financial system coming, the CBDC. The next step is a quantum dot tattoo that will slowly release quantum microdots, chips, into the human body, individualizing and authenticating all data for each individual. This is part of a transhuman agenda being initiated upon the population without their knowledge by global elitists working primarily through the WEF, the WHO, the IMF, and other global control systems that are not any part of one government. This technology will link every human being into the Internet of Bodies. It is the foundation for a global CBDC that will be controlled with quantum systems. This technology has the capacity to fully surveil and control every individual.
So that's why I'm telling y'all.
Before you start cursing, because this guy, thank God for people like this in this world. I keep telling y'all everything's spiritual. He's gonna break down what cursing really is and what curse words really mean. And some of the language that we're using, the profanity that we're using, they're really demons. Like, what is going on, man? Y'all got to stay locked in. You need to pass this on to your people and watch your mouth.
Specific words that are considered cussing are truly cursing. They're evocations of demons. There's a demon named Faku. What's that sound like? Chant his name like 3 times, which is why they want you to use that word as a noun, an adjective, and a verb in the same sentence. Like, demons hear you. They want to show up. It's a spirit of perversion that you're invoking. So, like, a lot of times, if you say the F word a lot, guess what? You're going to have a whole lot of perversion in your life. You probably watch porn. You're probably surrounded by lust. Yes, because you say the F word. Parasites considered demonic? Absolutely. Are you kidding? Parasites are like a physical embodiment of demons.
Oh, my God.
I question whether parasites themselves are demons or if they're just simple organisms that are easily possessed by demons. So, like, I wonder between the two, to be completely honest. There is a text that you're not supposed to read that's not technically biblical. It's called the Essene Gospels of Jesus, and there's a lot in there that's kind of witchy woo-woo, probably not good. But there is a story in there where Jesus draws a tapeworm out of a man and says, "Behold the head of Satan," and then he crushes it with 2 rocks. And then, he draws it out with warm milk that he holds by the man's mouth after he's fasted. And then he crushes this parasite, and the man is healed. So pretty interesting, actually. It's a pretty fascinating story. I don't know if it's how valid it is, though, okay? But it's interesting.
Y'all gotta understand this. It's called curse words for a reason. A curse? What does it mean to put a curse on somebody or to conjure up a curse? Well, it's a curse word. And in my opinion, I believe
it's a curse word.
I've seen it all. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Queen James Bible.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
I
introduce to you the Queen James Bible. Not a joke. Yeah, if you want to buy one, just Google it. Only $34.99.
What
Here's some
the?
of the stuff that it emphasizes. I think that you can guess the theme. We were faced with the decision to modify or simply delete it. Delete the Bible. Things.
Look at that face. A 7-foot-tall robot with a goat
What
head
the?
and glowing eyes. Oh, and it can also carry a chainsaw. I'm sure nothing feels weird or demonic about this whatsoever. A company called Satris is building a robot called 3 Halves, and they're saying it's designed to keep people out of harm's way by going into places that are too dangerous for humans. Things like wildfires and collapsing buildings. Now just imagine being stuck in a wildfire and this thing shows up and says, I'm here to save you. Because why does it need a goat head and horns? Well, people were asking the same question and the company responded with this. They said the horns have wide-angle cameras in them which allow us to see the positions of the legs and arms. But that still doesn't explain why it needs to look like that. Also, because of the size of the horns, the robot can't fit through standard American-sized doorways. Also, 3 Halves doesn't have any hands. It has a quick disconnect wrist system. It can swap out tools like a chainsaw or a drill. And I took this screenshot from their own website and it literally says, this robot is more dangerous than it looks. But don't worry, because if you were ever in a situation where you need to stop it, they show you its weak points in case you need to do so. Now, why would this company put out a manual on how to stop it? At some point, you have to stop asking whether they could have designed it differently and start asking why they didn't. They expect people to trust AI and robots. Then they build a 7-foot-tall goat-headed machine with a chainsaw. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Look at that face.
Oh my
A
God.
7-foot-tall robot.
So I go online to try to find a good kids movie to take my grandchildren to go and see. And I just want to let you know right now, we're not angry enough because I came across the Minions versus Monster movie. I watched the first Minions movie with my kids, and I thought, hey, this is a pretty cool movie. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But when I watched this trailer for this Minions versus Monster movie, let me tell you exactly what's going on in this movie, okay? First and foremost, my grandchildren will not be going to see this movie. They will not. So these minions in this movie, they're going to produce a movie themselves about monsters. But the problem is, they don't have any monsters. So what do? They go and get a spell book, okay? They set up candles in a circle all
Oh
in this
my
room. And they put
God.
the spell book in the middle and they begin casting the spell. And essentially what they're doing is a seance. When suddenly the floor opens up and these demons start coming out of the floor. And they say, well, don't worry, these are nice demons. They look scary, but they're really good people. They're really cute. And that's the whole point. They're trying to make this cute for children so that when the children watch this, they think, oh, well, this is pretty cute. What else opens up portals? How can I get myself a little cute demon? It ain't right, guys. It ain't right. 1 Thessalonians 5:22 says.
Okay, this is the wildest, creepiest thing I've ever encountered as a mother. And I'm hoping somebody has answers or where this was from or who makes these. From a quick glance, obviously.
Parents have to wake up. This is yet another day where we're here to announce a predator that got to a minor young girl and took advantage of her online using social media applications. Today we're here to announce the arrest of 29-year-old Justin Adkins of West Warwick, Rhode Island. Again, this is happening from other states, parents.
See, I'm telling you guys.
So y'all really think the government is trying to save you money at the pump with that E15 gas? You gonna mess around and you ain't even gonna have a car to drive.
To help lower gasoline prices for farmers and consumers, this week I issued an emergency order to allow immediate sales of E15.
Watch how you shake his hand. First and foremost, let's start with the fact that they've been pushing these electric cars. So they really don't want you to drive cars that take gas anyway. You already got people saying that cars that they have for years, 10 years plus, is giving them problems now that they're putting that E15 gas in it. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit.
Y'all want to sit here and act like what the government's doing isn't wrong or whatever. I've had this truck since I don't even know how long, like 15 fucking years I've had this truck. Always has ran good for me. The first time I put that bullshit gas E15 in this truck. Now look.
You see that shit?
Won't fucking start.
A car he had for 15 years won't even start when he put that E15 gas in. But y'all going to
That's what I'm telling y'all.
Did you hear this news?
So this is all about payment and identity. It's a collision of two different things that Amazon's trying to accomplish here, right?
True. I mean, it's a double-edged sword here. So on one hand, great convenience. You don't have to bring your wallet. Sure. Now in the future, you won't have to bring your ID because they're going to be the arbiters of who's who in the world. So if you want to board an airplane, you just scan the palm of your hand, and allegedly Amazon One then would tell the airline, okay, let Steve on board. Should they really be doing that is some questions that I have. But to get into this also, it's kind of interesting how this works. Later this year, by the end of the year, you'll see it in 500 Whole Food stores. We've already got airlines testing it out. You've got concert venues testing this out. The technology's good. I mean, it works. But at the same time, it's kind of creepy. So you put your hand up, and it's not just reading the palm of your hand on the surface. It actually is using near-infrared light and looking through your hand and mapping the veins and arteries in your hand because they're unique. Sure. Then they store that information.
So, guys, I'm telling you guys, be safe out there. Cuba. We praying for you, Cuba. We praying for you in Puerto Rico. And myself. And my family. But this is starting now. This is starting now. Like, we're in World War III, guys. Welcome to World War III. If y'all guys don't see me much, I love y'all. And if something bad happens to me, you guys already know what happened. Go through my channel. See the videos that I've been posting. And I know they might want to turn the videos down because they don't want us to go through the truth. So, guys, I love y'all. Be safe out there. Remember one thing. Get some supplies. Get a lot of water. If y'all guys have some buckets in your house, put water in the buckets. All buckets you have, put some water in it. Save it. Don't use it. Save it for emergency like this. Look for more supplies like food, medicine, whatever it takes. Please do it now. And all these days by November is going to be a total disaster. Since November, December, January, and all these years is going to be, let me see, for 2020-30 will be, okay, 1, 2, 3, like aproximado 5 years. And through 5 years, the ending is right ending. And the right ending in the end. So I want you guys to do your stuff, do your supplies. Don't vote for nobody. Do not vote for no president at all. None of the president deserve a votation. Magda Matt signing out. Completed duty. Bye, guys. Halapunga dudes. And remember this. No voting. Bye. Halapunga dudes.